Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. Well, guys, as many of you may know, some of you may know, I have polyamorous experience during my second marriage. So, based on personal experience, uh, coming from a poly marriage, raising children in that environment where we are legally married but have other lovers in our presence. To explain my side of the poly agreement, he had what was called veto power over me, where I couldn't date anyone that he didn't approve of, period. But he didn't live according to that. He could do whatever he wanted, obviously. That wasn't the agreement, but that's just what he's always lived anyway. Before we opened up the marriage on that level, he was already doing whatever he wanted to do. And the proof is the fact that he's married to one of his secret lovers right now. So, you know, so he's always done what he wanted to do. And, so and the reason why I'm emphasizing that part is because sometimes your husband will have a relationship with someone that you do not agree with, and he will refuse to let one of you go. He will hold on to both. And so in my case, this was a sugar baby situation. Our daughter's lover, he stole his own stepdaughter's lover. This woman lived in her home for 5 years, in my home. Okay. So, she's being housed, getting transportation, and allowed to walk around naked, whatever she wanted to do, walking around my house naked, using the bathroom with the door open, taking showers and stuff in front of my sons and seducing the sons. Already was involved with my daughter and involved with my husband. So, yeah, some women will completely dominate your household. Okay. So, I have experience on that low, pathetic level. So, but when I look at Remy Ma, Papoose, and Clarissa Shields' poly situation, it's a poly situation, guys. You know, even though there's someone else or it could be other people in Remy Ma's life, at this point in the game, they're so irrelevant now. They have completely almost faded out. And it's all about Clarissa Shields. And so I'm coming on to support the fact that it is normal for people that have multiple loves to travel between the families. So, yes, it's normal to see Papoose with his daughter and other family. Of course, if he has access to his daughter, he gets to see the mother. There will be times where he and the mom, Remy Ma, will see each other. These guys are married. So even if they do more than see each other, these people are legally married. You hear me? And then Clarissa, she has video of her spending, Christmas alone that it appears. And it appears that he was in the background too for the holidays. So again, it's normal for families to do that, you know, travel around and between their families. I believe Clarissa Shields had other stuff to do. She, had the stuff she was doing that people are complaining about. She's gonna get a hard time regardless, just because she's the other one. The other woman always get a hard time. It just comes with the job. When you sign up for it, you know it's gonna be a rough road. It's usually not easy. So, yeah, sometimes the women get along and sometimes the women don't. And in their poly case, the two women don't get along. And it's probably because of how it all started and whatnot. And people take sides based on, how things got started. But it's just not that simple, you know. It's been going on for a while now, and we all know about it. And it's their marriage, and they're still married, and this woman is a part of their marriage, and the two women don't get along, and they're comfortable putting their business in the street, so we get to talk about it. It's really just that simple, you know. But in all fairness, what Papoose did, or would it appear that he did, which was visit between the families, you know, or he may have always been with Clarissa Shields the whole time, you know, and they just did their rounds together. She knew he had to go spend some time with his daughter and other family members, and he knew she had to do some running around, community stuff. So they just had to work it out. Nothing unusual, guys, to be honest. Now, all the other stuff, who DM who first and who stole who man and all this other stuff and all that, that's, just the juicy stuff that we like to, gossip about. But at the end of the day, um, blended families, multiple families, things like that, poly families, men and women who are married and have other relationships. Is it possible that they may end up divorced? Yeah, it's possible. And is it possible that he and Clarissa Shields may end up married one day? Yeah, it's possible. Anything is possible. Both my ex-husbands, both of them, which I'm done. I'm retired now. I'm retired from sex. I'm retired from marriage, relationships, dating, all that. I'm just retired from that life. But I was married for 32 years. And both husbands cheated on me the entire marriage. I was never the only woman ever. Never the only woman. But on my journey, there was one woman in particular, the sugar baby, who lived among me and my children for at least 5 years. And she was my Clarissa. She was my Clarissa Shields, who actually lived in my home. Yeah. So that's just how it is sometimes, guys. It gets a little rough with those sugar babies, those women, some women, you know. In my case, I went through 32 years of pretty much being just fine until that particular, young homeless woman basically just turned the whole family upside down. But it wasn't just her, of course it was him. Like I said, he was always cheating and running around all the way until he's married to one of his secrets right now. You know what I mean? And she didn't cause the damage that she probably hoped she did. The sugar baby was the one. The sugar baby was the one who gets all the credit. This white woman, she's just used because, you know, black men love white women so much. So that's the theme on my channel that gets views. My channel get views because his wife is white, you know. But the sugar baby is where a lot of my storyline comes from, though. It's the sugar baby experience. Having a woman live in my home that my husband's in love with, that is a lover of my daughter, and my sons are sharing him. They saw her naked too, you know. She whooped them too. They really replaced us, me and my daughters, for the sugar baby. So my husband's and my two adopted sons, way before the white woman came, the sugar baby replaced us because me and my daughters was not going to show our asses the way she was going to do it. you know, and which the sugar baby don't realize is that he was after my daughter. I caught him trying to, post up on my daughter, and I was able to stop it and check it. He just moved on to her lover. That was as close as he could get to my daughter, was to push up on the sugar baby. So I let him have at it. I let him and my sons have at her. She thought she was stealing them. No, baby, you were meat. You were prey. Prayny. Walked right into it, and my husband and those boys sopped her up like a biscuit, and I ain't stopped it. I didn't stop it, and it led them all the way to a white woman, which is fine with me too. No resistance on me and my daughter's parts. No resistance. They had the sugar baby with ease and the white woman with ease. With ease. So Remy Ma, hey, all she doing is talking her smack, building up her little app, wearing fur coats, while Papoose is easily doing whatever he doing with Clarice. It's easy. Easy. Y'all keep paying attention. Them sugar babies and other women, they work overtime. They work overtime for some crumbs. They work overtime. When I realized me and my daughters were being played and the extent that we were played, and I had set us up to lose, I had to flip the script real quick, so that we would not just be completely busted and disgusted. Are we busted and disgusted? Yeah, we are, but not completely. I was able to notice some stuff fast enough to at least get us a home where we could be safe. We got transportation. We have each other, even though, we rough around the edges, recovering addicts and all that shit. We still alive. We're breathing. We're here, regardless. They might have won some, but they didn't win it all. The sugar baby, the ex, the adopted kids, the Bree baby, white woman, whatever, none of them. They might have got some, but they didn't get it all. So y'all, that's why I don't put my pennies in a bunch when it comes to Papoose, Remy Ma, and Clarissa Shields. They grown, they doing what they want to do, and they know exactly what's up for stake. Trust me. Everybody's trying to play to win. All right, guys. Y'all be blessed.